Hello, Sky Friends, and welcome to Seasons of Skyrend, Book 4. We're a custom 5e D&D adventure that focuses on the stories of our characters as they seek to change the world, and how the world responds in turn. I am your host and DM, Scott, and you can find me on Twitter at @TheScottBlake.
Hi, I'm Chris, and you can find me at EwokKiller on Twitter. I play Finnigan Finn Tempest, a Tiefling Trainer, which is a Skyrend original class supported by the Metalweave Games supplement Baby Bestiary. Finn is the trainer of Cerilius, a blue guard drake.
Hi, my name is Nate. You can find me on Twitter at Skyrend_Nate. I play Darvin Grimm, the human monk, and I am currently hosting Cade, the demigod of the land in my brain.
Hi, I'm Shannon. You can find me on Twitter at Skyrend_Shannon. I play Arannis Grey, the god of rebellion, and I am a half-elf bard.
You can also find the show on Twitter at Skyrend Podcast, and you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Skyrend Podcast. Head on over to find out about bonus chapters, early access, NPC creation, and more. Now then, thank you for joining us, and please enjoy this chapter in Seasons of Skyrend. The journey aboard the Regal Splendor to Libera was uneventful, but that luck would not hold once within the city. Marilla was able to make contact with your Ice Genasi ally, Iskra Malden, and she was pleased enough to see you, though still surprised by your appearance within Libera. While she was able to provide you with some intel regarding Malcias and the Church of Corum, she was far more concerned about the Way of Obligate Mortality, a splinter group within the church that follows a radical path. Iskra doesn't know who within the church follows this path, so she is hesitant to raise it officially. Rather than attacking Malcias outright, you decided to interrogate him regarding his knowledge and involvement with the Way of Obligate Mortality. His reaction was practically visceral. Not only did he have no idea they were operating within his church, he finds their views heretical. One of the core tenets of their way is that anything that can die should die. While Malcias believes in Corum's laws and Corum's grace, he would not kill those who can still be saved. Yes, his formation of the conscription was brutal, and he is directly responsible for thousands of deaths. But he will not go against Corum. When Malcias asked for assistance with routing out these heretics, Darvin and Arannis refused. Needless to say, Malcias did not accept this gracefully. He quickly called Darvin's allegiance to Corum into question. He berated Arannis' status as a god. Those who will not help him have no place within Corum's walls. Before Malcias could escalate things any further, Finnigan decided to escalate the situation himself. From the main hall, Finnigan called Malcias out for a confrontation. Malcias, only too happy to oblige, emerges from his office with dread words on his tongue. "My good citizens of Libera, look at what the scraps of chaos and disorder have brought into our home. A faltering monk, a wayward god, and a man who slaughters Corum's servants for simply bringing mercy. Make no mistake, these are dangerous people. They bring warnings of strife within these very walls, yet refuse to aid in stopping it. These are not the actions of the benevolent. But be not afraid. I and the true servants of Corum shall protect you. Please, leave this place so that we may continue to provide you with the peace and safety you deserve. Any who choose to remain must be willing to fight on Corum's behalf for our home." And as he says this, indeed, a number of people begin to exit the church. Yes, monks prepare themselves, but also, not every regular citizen leaves. There are those who are devout members of the church and would be happy to participate in providing safety. Everyone, roll initiative.
Oh, that's not going to start us off well.
Woohoo!
Okay, let's get some initiatives here. Finnigan.
4.
Mm-hmm. Darvin.
25.
Holy shit.
God damn, Darvin.
I
What did
crit.
you roll? Oh, you crit?
I crit.
You're the Church of Corb. This is your turf.
Yeah.
I love it. Arannis.
I thought I did well with my 21.
Apparently, no.
Mm-hmm.
Well, between Arannis and Darvin's non-compliance and Finnigan's wonderful speech from last time, Malcias definitely views this as a fight. He has stepped out into this main area. He's in front of this large stone and permafrost statue of Corum, and people are leaving. A number of monks and other church members have decided to remain to help defend this church and their city. But Darvin, back in Malcias' office, right there by the door, watched him walk out, give that little spiel. With a 25, yeah, you're going first. What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to go straight for Malcias.
Going right for the head. Love it. Bring it on, buddy. You certainly have enough speed to get to him, so
Nice.
what you doing?
Attacking with the leg sword.
Ho, just coming out hot.
Yeah, it seems like, talking part is over.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting part is here. I rolled a 22
Ooh. Yeah, that'll hit.
for 14 damage.
Okay.
And second sword.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a 12.
That's not gonna hit.
I thought not.
Nah.
And a punch.
Mm-hmm.
27.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 27 will hit.
It's a little better.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
For 10 damage.
All right. Not spending any key points.
No, not
Okay.
this time. Not yet.
Okay. It's true. You don't have a full sense of how dangerous this all is yet. You rush up and you attack Malcias. And just the look of disgust and just disappointment in you. Because he knows what your leg has been able to do for them. And you're supposed to be this monk chosen, touched by Corum. And here you are attacking him. And that's not cool. Luckily for him, it's his turn next. So he's going to turn on you. And I think to start, he's just going to go with the good old-fashioned monk flurry. Just return that favor. He appears to be unarmed. So this is all just hands, feet. He's going to be quickly trying to strike out with you. He is old and he is slender, but he is still a quick guy. Let me just make sure I'm doing the correct number of attacks. It's going to be 4, right? Monks don't get 5 attacks.
Darvin never has. So
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right. Just making sure that his way doesn't offer him anything really cool to do here. I'm just going to take 4 dice here and I'm just going to roll them all. Give me a number of very quick strikes coming your way, Darvin. We'll start with the low one, which is 13,
No.
18,
Yes, that'll hit.
29,
Uh-huh.
and a crit.
Uh-huh.
His first strike is a punch. He lunges quickly towards your face and you dodge out of the way. But next thing you feel is a kick to your inner thigh, a punch to your side, and then a forceful palm straight out to your chest. Let's roll some fucking dice. It's so good to be in it again, isn't it? Oh, a couple of those were low numbers. All right. You cool if I just bundle all the damage together, Darvin?
Yes.
In which case, you take 34 bludgeoning damage as 3 moves just quickly strike you.
Damn. That hurt.
He's the boss around here. He's been running this church. I don't know what level of assassin Vale's mom was, but she didn't survive. She was also alone. As he strikes you, there's no joy in his eyes as he's doing this. This is all just business. This is work. You are a disappointment within the church. He enjoys it no more so than correcting a young initiate's robes or treatment of a dead body. It's all just perfunctory, just business. After that, he's got some followers here within the church. The monks specifically. There are a handful of monks that are going to jump into action before these commoners can. These are the monks that have training. The commoners, I shouldn't say commoners, just a little preview of what their stat blocks might look like, but they're not normal citizens here within the city. They are very well-trained monks, and they are going to leap into action to help protect this church and their way of life. First up, Finnigan.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get charged by a lovely half-elf woman. She's wearing the very typical monk robes, a simplified version or a more official version of what Darvin wears, because Darvin's been out adventuring and traveling and has been getting his clothes shredded a little bit or needing to wear different layers. But this is definitely monk garb that she's wearing. And she bursts towards you, not quite as fast as Darvin, but still very quick. And as she does so, a baton slides down out of one of her sleeves, and she's going to attempt to attack you here as well. Okay, if I do all the attacks at once.
How many is it?
It's going to be 3 from her.
Go for it.
All right. I mean, I know they're not going to kill you, but I just didn't know if you have, like, reaction stuff.
I do have reactions, but I want to see how many of them hit.
All right, well, let's start with the bottom again. Oh, my God. Monk's got hot hands today. So the low on that is a 17.
They're all going to hit.
Okay. Any reaction here?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to hellish rebuke the first one.
Okay. The other 2 attacks were a pair of 19s, just to give you a good idea of how I'm rolling. So the first attack, since you're going to hellish rebuke after it, let's take care of that one. Oh, she's hitting for max damage. 13 bludgeoning as this baton cracks you in the ribs. You're going to hellish rebuke that?
Make a dex save.
Oh, it's a dex save. Haha. Oh, that's a 4 on the die. She's not going to save.
Fuck. 7 fire damage.
Okay.
That's my daily use of that I'm using.
Are you just using it at the base level?
Yeah, you can't bump the daily up.
Okay. Been a while since I've looked at the daily version, the racial ability from it, but okay. All right. That's fire damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This monk, her name's Ksenia. You hit her with that hellish rebuke. The fire burns around her face and her hands, and it hurts. She kind of screams through the pain as she hits you with her other strikes. One more baton strike, and then an elbow to the chest. That's going to come to 17 total.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm. Arannis, you're still hanging out in the office, right?
I would be like in the doorway,
Yeah.
having
That's what
vaguely
I mean.
followed Malcias, just like out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. In which case, we'll save this other one for you. Darvin, Malcias is going to be joined by a large person. A rather large person. A half-giant person. Their name is Du. D-U.
Du hast.
We'll find out. He is wearing very similar monk robes to what Ksenia is wearing. Just happens to be a good deal taller, like 9 feet tall, and he comes striding up to you with the quickness. Du is wielding, it's like a mace, but the handle is much shorter. So the handle is basically only as long as their grip is wide, and there's giant stone on top of it. and they're going to make some attacks at you. Couple with this short mace, and then we'll see if they get the unarmed in. Oof, this is... Dude, come on, you're letting me down. One of those is a crit fail, so just swings right over your head and totally misses. Going up from there, we've got a 14.
Nope.
And a 15.
No.
All right. Darvin's too fast for do. And finally, the other monk who is here within this main hall, his name is Haidee. This is just a human. Haidee. I only realized as soon as I said it that it sounds almost like Hades, but you know what? Let's just go for it. His name is Haidee, and he notices Arannis hanging back behind this giant Corum statue, and he's going to try to go earn himself a gold star. He's wielding a staff. He was just walking around with it, and he taps it on the ground, charges over towards Arannis, and hey, buddy. Hey, God. You ready to get attacked?
Can I try to look bored?
You tell me after they hit you. Or I could crit fail again. That die is on timeout. It was the same one that crit failed against Darvin. I think you're going to be able to successfully look bored because aside from the crit fail, that's a 14 and a 16.
That's a nope and a nope.
Poor Haidee. All right. That's them. Arannis.
Trying what to do. This fool right in front of me now.
Mm-hmm.
I literally, I don't have anything that works touch range except, stab the fool with a dagger, and that's not what I want to do. So, I am going to attempt to, once again, look bored by the person in front of me and cast past them. I'm not going to move.
Okay.
But my impulse before I do that is to shout at the people in the room. Is that worth it?
It's free.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, this dude tries to hit me. I dodge, look a little bored, and then just shout around him. Monks of Corum, citizens of Libera, our fight is not with you. Leave now, and no harm will come to you. And then I want to cast Eldritch Blast at Malcias.
There's a big fuck-off statue in between you and him.
Shit, really? Oh, okay, well then I don't know what I'm going to do.
That big statue that I've been mentioning over and over again.
I didn't realize that it was blocking my line of sight.
I apologize.
Sorry.
Except for Malcias and Dew, I think everybody else is within your line of sight. But since they're just on the other side of that, how much are you worried about one attack of opportunity?
Considering you didn't hit me at all, I am very worried. So instead of doing that, I'm going to not deal with the person in front of me, and I'm just going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on them. What?
Okay. They get to save against that, right?
Yes, I was just looking at what the save was. I believe it's wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, you say?
Wisdom, I say.
They're somewhat wise. Let's find out. 16.
Nope. They fall down laughing.
Okay. Haidee falls down laughing after having missed all of his attacks. Is that concentration for you?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And then what I would like to do is step over him and into a spot where I have line of sight.
Okay. You're literally just going to step over his body, just one of those, oh, excuse me. Oh.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Yep.
Yeah, no
He blocked my way. I will remove him.
No problem. Falls down, laughing. Staff clatters to the ground. You're able to sidestep around this statue a bit. And yeah, there's Malcias. There's Darvin fighting Malcias and fighting this half-giant. And there's Finnigan, and you can see his dance partner a little bit better now too. Ksenia.
Perfection.
Okay. Anything else?
No, unlike all of your buddies, I don't have multiple attacks. So
Well, you came to multi-attack town. Okay. Finnigan, with a 4, you're still next.
Well, look at that. When I made my grand speech, I had both of my wands out, pointed to the ground, and I do a grip transfer on them, so it's like downward dagger pointing.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to literally like throw a punch at this dude's gut. Normally when I cast Shocking Grasp, I just reach out and touch someone, but fuck this guy.
Fuck this gal, actually.
Gal, I'm sorry. Fuck this gal. And as I'm throwing the punch, I yell out, Manas Impulsa, in the intense that's the verbal of Shocking Grasp.
Okay. What does she got to do for Shocking Grasp? Or is that an attack roll for
I'm
me?
looking it back up. I'm pretty sure it's an attack roll for me, but I totally...
Think so too.
Yeah, melee attack spell.
Okay, go for it then.
That is a dirty 20.
That's going to hit.
Level 15. That's going to be 3d8. Nice. 17 damage.
Whew, spicy. Okay, you've successfully Shocking Grasped Ksenia. She can't take reactions? Is that it?
No,
Yeah.
cannot take reactions until the start of its next turn. And I'm going to move a little ways further down the aisle, closer to Malcias, and I'm going to tell Cyril to get to Darvin to help him. So I'd say, Cyril, get to Darvin. He needs your help. And then I'm going to turn back with that same left hand that gut punched her, and I am going to use the stored casting of Burning Hands I have in my ring at her.
Fantastic. All right, Burning Hands is a saving throw.
DC 17.
All right, well, it's...
Oh, and when it was originally cast, it was at level 3, so I'm going to get a couple extra dice on that.
Okay. Dex saving throw from Ksenia. How does... Oh, nope, that's just a 14. Ksenia's not rolling hot.
So she's going to take all of this. She's going to take all this damage. Why the fuck I got to roll 2 ones?
Don't know what to tell you.
12 total.
12 total, all right. I mean, that's still good. In the span of a round, you've done 36 damage to her.
I was hoping to take her out.
Not that kind of fight.
Yeah, no, but the longer this fight goes, the more it swings in their direction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they took a third of my life on their first turn.
Yeah. All right. Anything else from you, Finnigan?
I wish. That's all
All
I
right,
can
then.
do.
What about Cyril? Who's a good girl?
She gonna burrow down so that he don't see her coming. She's gonna tunnel her way over to Darvin, pop up next to him, and tail whap Malcias twice.
Oh, you're going right after the big man. All right.
That's the strategery. Okay, tail whip 1. 23.
23 is gonna hit. Yeah.
7 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then tail whip number 2. That's a crit.
Hey. Yeah. I don't think I've got anything I can do to stop or otherwise do anything about that crit. So go ahead and crit away.
16 damage.
That's some good stuff. That's a good girl.
She does what she can.
After she hits Malcias, he scoffs and calls her a petulant beast.
I think like without even like thinking about it, it's like not even personally addressing him. Finnigan's instant reaction is he just like essentially tells him F you in Draconic, like, dude, why you gotta be a pretentious douchebag?
I don't know if Malcias knows Draconic, but he probably knows enough to know that you insulted him. But anyways, anything else from Cyril?
That is her turn.
All right then. Well, as I said, some random citizens did decide to stay and help out, and they're going to do so now. First up, Finnigan, since you were there in the pews, one of them is closest to you. This is a half-dwarf, half dwarf, half halfling. His name is Troston. He is a grizzled little man. He's got a book, a religious book of some sort. I don't know if it's a prayer book or if it's verse, but he gets up, charges you, and he's going to just try to leap on your back and hit you in the head with this book. Yeah. That's a 13 versus AC.
That'll miss.
Okay. So he leaps on your back, hits you in the back of the head with the book a couple of times. You sully the house of Corum, and it's just like bop, bop, bop. Like, it doesn't hurt, but there's this grizzled little man on your back, and he slides down and like thrusts his shoulders forward a little bit like, you want to go?
I think my reaction to that is just, Yor's breath. This is not your fight, child. And like the child is purely meant to be an insult to his weakness and his just like, you don't want to get involved in this.
Okay. I was worried it was about his height because he is.
No. No, it was meant to like put him down on like, you are weak and you're going to get yourself hurt, kid.
Okay.
No, it was not meant to be a heightist remark.
Mm-hmm. The other civilian who wants to jump into action here, this is a halfling. Her name is Ananda. She was a front pew person here at the church. Ananda is a middle-aged halfling. I was going to say hairpin, but that's a little too violent. She's wearing a scarf. She's going to pull this scarf off and attempt to like wrap it around Cyril's neck and leash her like, bad girl, bad girl.
It's a poor idea.
It is a poor idea. It's always a poor idea when civilians attempt to interfere in a fight. But hey, Finnigan, for Cyril, you can roll athletics or acrobatics to avoid this. This isn't an attack. This is her just improvising.
Roll athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a 19 on the die.
Way better than Ananda did.
Good.
She attempts to chuck this scarf around Cyril's neck and gives it a good yank, and it just rips along her scales. She's like, oh, bad girl. Turns to you, Finnigan. Your pet.
And I think if you'll give me a one-liner to her,
course.
Finnigan is not going to see them as innocents because they're getting involved.
Okay. I'm very curious how the ex-military man views civilians who jump into combat way over their head. Anyways, Darvin.
Yes.
You've got like a posse around you now. Malcias is still there, but now Du is here, Cyril is here, and halfling Ananda is here.
But they're all laymen except Malcias, right?
No, Du is definitely a monk. They are...
Oh, right, Du.
Yeah. Du hast.
Right, Du hast. Who does hast? Okay, I think I'll attack Du instead of Malcias this time.
Okay. They are big.
So first attack with the leg sword. Crap. I got a 13.
Not gonna work.
Second attempt. I got a crit fail.
Oh, these dice.
Yep. Spend a key point to flurry.
Mm-hmm. Good move.
Let me record that. Okay, it is recorded. First punch, 23.
Hey, there you go. That's gonna hit.
9 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And my second punch, 20.
That'll hit.
7 damage.
Okay. Leg sword not very effective, but the flurry of blows. Couple good solid hits. Du is built. You were definitely hitting some good solid muscle there. And they turn, they just focus on you now. Well, they were already focused on you. They're focusing harder. Is that it, Darvin?
Yep, that's all I got.
Okay. Malcias's turn, then. Well, Darvin. I'm sorry. Cyril hit Malcias. That will not do. So Malcias is going to turn his attention to her. Finnigan, Malcias is going to make his attacks against Cyril, continuing with the unarmed tradition. And while mentally he's not going to be holding anything back because she is but a beast, the dice might say otherwise. I don't know Cyril's AC off the top of my head. So, starting low, 13.
Miss.
14.
Miss.
25.
That'll hit.
And so will the 29. All right. Only a couple of strikes, though. It's not so bad. She's a little bit thicker skinned than he was expecting, but with a couple of swift unarmed strikes, it's going to be 25 bludgeoning damage. How much health does Cyril have? Like 100 plus, right?
134.
Okay. I don't feel bad about that then. More than I normally do. Okay. After Malcias, we have Ksenia. Finnigan, you just shocked her and burned her. She's not a fan of that stuff. So she is going to come right at you. So let's roll some dice. She is going to flurry. Starting low again. 15.
What's the highest one?
The highest roll here is going to be a 27.
How many of them are there?
4.
I'm just trying to decide if I should shield.
Yeah, that's why I was starting with the low one, so you could be like, do I want to shield or not? I could give you all the numbers first. I don't really care about that metagaming. Sure. We've got a 15, a 17, a 20, and a 27.
Well, I'll shield because at least then I only have to take half of them instead of all 4 of them.
Okay. So just the top 2 are going to make it through. Ooh, that is some low damage there. It's going to come to 15 bludgeoning damage. And then she's going to... does this require any more key spending? No. She's going to use one of her monk features here. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, well, that's 2.
All right. With the last hit, she knocks you prone. Just flat on your ass.
Okay.
And did you announce who you were when you made your little speech last time? Okay. Okay. She smacks you to the ground. It's just like, you deserve far more for what you've done. After her is going to be Dew. Hey, Darvin, let's make friends with Dew. They're going to spend a key point to flurry as well. A couple attacks with this short mace, and then a couple of unarmed, and Dew is swinging for the fences here. The low one is a 21.
Damn it.
So I take it that means all of them are going to hit?
I would say so.
Okay. Let me get my dice. Die. Not you, Darvin. You should live. This is a bit of damage here since he hit with all 4. That is 37 bludgeoning damage, Darvin.
Damn.
As they crack you a couple of times with this mace, and then just a couple of open-handed smacks in the head. And I want you to make a dexterity saving throw as well. They're going to try to do the same thing that Ksenia just did to Finnigan and just knock you to the ground.
Okay. I got a 20... Wait, sorry, no, 15.
Oh, a 15. You get knocked
15.
prone.
Damn it.
That last open-handed smack was just a downward whoosh, hit you in the back of the head, and bam, down you go. And then it's Hades' turn. Arannis, does he get to attempt to save from that laughter again?
Yes.
Okay, cool. How's a 25 sound?
That's
All right. Hades is no longer laughing. Ha ha ha. Is that an action or is that end of turn?
That's the end of turn.
Okay. So he stops laughing, looks around. Dang it. Arannis got away. Arannis, what would you like to do?
Okay, first question for the group. Do I pick off this little person that just stopped laughing? Do I attack Malcias? Do I need to heal people?
I'm down to 52. I'm dying.
Considering you're taking like over 30 points every turn. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, healing's probably a good idea. I'm down to 56.
Cyril's taking damage too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Ooh. Are you adding any divine charges to Mass Cure Wounds?
Yeah, sure. To do what? I don't know.
You could boost the number of dice.
That's what I was thinking. Then I was thinking the way that I roll, could I just make it max out?
You mean you just want to have max value on all 3 of those d8s?
Yeah.
Potentially. I'm not sure how much that's gonna cost.
Right.
Let's call it 4, because I'm bouncing between 3 for the number of dice, but I'm like, well, you're applying that to 3 people, and I'm bouncing between 3 and 5. 5 because it's a 5th level spell. So I'm willing to just say, hey, yeah, for 4, you can go ahead and max those all out.
Unless anybody tells me that's a bad idea, I'm going to do it.
Do it.
Okay. Then, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So everybody gets 24 plus 5. So 29 hit points.
There we go.
Sorry. I couldn't add 16 plus 8. I don't know why I couldn't do that.
Okay, 29. So Cyril's fine now.
All right. Arannis heals a bunch of folks. Anything else, Arannis?
No, that's my one trick for the turn.
Okay. Finnigan, Ksenia has knocked you prone. What would you like to do?
From the ground, I am going to take the hand that has the ring on it, and I'm just going to place it on my opposite shoulder. So I wear the ring on my left hand. I kind of almost like I'm punching myself in the shoulder, but without any force. And I'm going to release a spell into myself.
Which spell?
The spell in the D&D lore is called Tasha's Otherworldly Guise. I think I'm going to adapt this to Yoru's Guise. And it is going to channel some of, because there was a cleric of Yoru that I got the spell from in Earl, and it's gonna give me some things here. I am now immune to fire and poison damage, immune to the poisoned condition. I'm going to sprout some spectral dragon wings, giving me a flying speed of 40 feet. It's going to increase my AC by 2, and my weapon attacks are now magical if I choose to make weapon attack, but I'm not going to need that. But I can use my spellcasting ability modifier instead of strength or dexterity for weapon attack and damage rolls. And I can attack twice instead of once if I take the attack action. So I'm going to do all of that.
You're going to take the attack action? That's very bold.
No. I mean, I could. My bonuses would be huge because I'd be using my intelligence for it. But I'm not going to do that. From the ground, then, I am going to whip my new wand at her. And I'm going to use... I just had it. Where'd it go?
Oh, the randomized one?
Yeah, I just had it.
All right, cool.
Oh, man, I closed the tab. It's going to be a second.
Right.
I got to reopen the closed tab.
I'm looking at it right here. You just roll a d10 and a magic effect comes out.
I know, but I want to have the tab up because I want to see it when I roll it. So give me a second.
Okay. So this wand that you claimed from the EDU forces in Earl finally figured out what it does. It casts all these cool rays. So you're just going to fire a random one at Ksenia. She's going to have the worst day.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm going to roll the d10 and see what we get.
All right.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Which one is that? God.
This is the Petrification Ray. Must make a DC 16 dexterity save. On a fail, the creature begins to turn to stone and is restrained. It may repeat the save at the end of its next turn. On a success, the effect ends. On a failure, the creature is petrified until freed by the greater restoration spell or other magic.
Oh, God. It's Dex, thankfully, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
unfortunately.
All right, she's got a good Dex. DC 16. Come on.
Roll low, Scott. Roll really, really low.
It's all up to the die here. That is a 19 on the die.
Fuck.
Good attempt. Just unfortunate with the die roll. This ray splashes around her. She looks a little confused, like, what the fuck just happened? Anything else you want to do?
All right, a whole hell of a lot of things I'd like to do. Let's see. Paint me a picture, Scott. Where am I in relation to the pews that are around me?
Well, as you had narrated, you were walking up the main aisle towards the front of the church calling Malcias out. So I imagine you're in that aisle in between 2 rows of pews. You got smacked down to the ground by Ksenia, and Trostin, half-dwarf, halfling dude, is right there next to you as well. Still got that book in his hand.
Okay, I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
And I am going to I'm going to fly up 40 feet, and I will risk the opportunity attack.
Okay. Since you used half your movement to stand up, that's 15 feet. And if you have a flying speed of 40, that means you can fly up 25, if we're going by the math.
Okay, I didn't realize that those were like taking from each other. But yeah, makes sense. That's fine.
It's a weird thing.
It's still 25 feet up in the air.
Yeah. So both Ksenia and Trostin are going to try to hit you. I was really hoping he was going to get to wail on you with a book while you were on the ground. Say la vie. Does a 17 hit?
Fuck, yes.
Does a 16 also hit?
That ties now.
Okay. So they're both going to get through. You get hit with a book. So first, as soon as you try to take off, Trostin wails at you with this book, probably hits you in the thigh. You're going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage from a book.
As he does the damage, I say to him, "Oi, you've made a choice there, brother."
Indeed I have. He'd spit on the ground, but he's in church. Ksenia also hits you with her baton. That's going to be 12 bludgeoning damage that she hits you with.
Fuck me.
But now you're out of the way.
Until she picks up a pew and throws it at me.
Well, she's not that strong.
Okay.
Du is the uncommonly strong monk, but I still don't think they're going to be chucking pews anywhere. All right. Is that all, Finnigan?
Yeah.
All right. What about Cyril?
She's going to take her 2 hits on Malcias.
Okay.
First one's a 21.
What hits?
The second is also a 21.
Okay. They both hit. Ah, Cyril. Doing good, girl.
It's 12 damage total.
Not bad. Not bad. Malcias continues to be upset with Cyril. Before he can do anything about that, though, first up, it's Trostin. Is he going to throw a religious book? Yeah, he is. He's going to throw his one weapon up at you. Finnigan, here comes the word of God, flying through the air. That's a 9.
That'll miss.
Sails wide. Trostin just looks around for more books, but yeah, nothing more he can do this turn. After him is Ananda, who tried to lasso Cyril unsuccessfully. But Darvin, you're on the ground, so she's just going to give you a swift little kick in the ribs. She's going to try anyways. No, even with advantage, she rolled a 4 and a 5. So it's just this loafer hitting you in the side. Doesn't hurt at all. Kicking you like false prophet, or no, not false. Fallen prophet. There we go. Bam! Bam! No physical damage. I don't know if mentally that hurts to be insulted, but yeah.
Little.
What do you want to do, Darvin? It's your turn from the ground.
I can use half my movement to not be on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that.
Okay. You're up.
I'm up, and I like to keep on attacking. Forget their name. Du hast. Okay, so first attack, leg sword. Yeah. That's a 16.
Not gonna hit.
Second is a 22
Oh, that'll hit. Yeah.
for 12 damage.
Nice.
And I think I would like to flurry for 2 punches.
That's a good idea. Chances are they're gonna return that favor.
So it's a 22
That'll hit.
for 8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the second punch is also a 22
Damn.
for 10 damage.
When Darvin gets back up again, he's on fire. Some good stuff. Dude's a little shocked that you popped up swinging so hard. And they're trying to protect their softer spots. Their more vulnerable spots, but you get through. Anything else, Darvin?
Nope, that's all I got.
Okay. Malcias sees Finnigan up in the air. Isn't too worried about that. Is a little bit more worried about the Drake right in front of him. So he's going to continue to just let Cyril have it. Does a 14 hit Cyril?
Nope.
How about an 18?
That one will hit.
Okay. And the other 2 will as well, because that's a
What are the other 2?
21 and 23.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to use my reaction
Uh-huh.
as Finnigan to shoot a hellish rebuke through, if you allow it, through Cyril to Malcias.
Let's see. Hellish Rebuke does have a casting time of reaction. It's a saving throw. And you can cast through Cyril with which class feature?
Let me pull up where it is.
And it sounds like it's all above the board. I just want to take a look.
I think it's in the intermediate.
Intermediate. Ah, here it is. Yes, intermediate. As long as your bonded companion is within 30 feet of you and you can see them, you may cast spells with them as the point of origin instead of yourself. Spells with the range of self may target the bonded companion when cast this way. You're only 25 feet up, so still within that 30 feet range. You haven't used your reaction yet, so yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pop it at level 4.
Ooh, spicy.
So let's do your damage on Cyril first, and then we'll do that.
Okay, so it's going to be 3 attacks that get through. 27 bludgeoning damage. A couple of swift punches and a knee.
Puts her just 2 less than where she was at the end of the last time he attacked her. Because she healed that.
Lousy healing.
And then for my Hellish Rebuke.
What's the DC on the deck save?
It's going to be 18.
Okay. 21, so half damage?
I'm looking at it right now, but it's taking a minute to load.
Yeah, I'm seeing it as half damage on a successful save.
Okay, well, I need to know how many dice to roll to at level 4.
Right, level 4, that'd be adding 3 dice, so 5d10. It's a lot of fire.
It's your fingers for some high numbers tonight, people. I've been rolling pretty shitty. Okay, well, there's 15. There's 20, 27, 28, 29, 31 total.
Whew. Nice. Better than average.
Got back more than he gave on that one.
It was punch, punch, knee, flames. He's like quickly spinning around as the fire dissipates, but he's singed and burned. Darvin, you can definitely smell some burning hair and some burnt wool from his robe. Not a good time for him necessarily. All right, cool. After him is Ksenia. Finnigan, you've flown up out of attack range, out of melee range. What can she do? Does she have a ranged weapon, even like a sling? I don't want her to just be chucking books at you. That's Trostin's job. Oh, darts. Yeah. Monks carry darts. I think Darvin used to have darts at some point in time in the way back. You're 25 feet away. That's disadvantage on the rolls because the short range on those is 20 feet. Yeah, she'll give it a shot. She'll put her baton back, a dart in each hand, and just gonna throw them both at the same time. Both disadvantage, so I'll do these 2 separate rolls. Keep myself honest here. Well, the first one was a 2 on the die, so that's not gonna hit. The second one comes out to 15.
That'll miss with my new AC.
With the new AC, that misses.
Thank you, fancy spells.
Flies right through one of those spectral dragon wings, just tink, off the stone wall. All right. Dew's turn. Darvin, meet Dew. Again. They're going to continue to try to wail on you. Darvin, Dew's coming at you again. The short-handled mace. And a couple of slaps. Was a 13 hit?
Nope.
14.
Nope.
17.
Yes.
And a crit.
Yes.
Okay. It's 3 dice. That's 23 bludgeoning damage. And go ahead and make another dexterity saving throw as they attempt to knock you prone again.
12.
Back on the ground, Darvin.
You said 23.
Yes.
I'm almost dead.
Oh no. Well, you've got all of your key point stuff to fall to 1 point instead, right?
Yeah, I have those.
Okay.
It's true.
I don't know how many key points you've spent already, but I'm assuming you still have some left.
Only a couple.
Okay. Darvin's back on the ground after Dew smacks him. Then Hey-D, who's no longer laughing, can finally get up and go try to attack Arannis with his staff again. Arannis, a couple of quick staff attacks and a punch. 13.
No.
15.
No.
19.
Yeah.
Okay. One attack gets through. Just one. The unarmed attack. Alright. That's 11 bludgeoning damage. And you know what? Make a strength saving throw.
Fuck. What? Gonna end poorly. I got a 4.
Okay. With this one attack that does hits you with such force that you get knocked 15 feet back, just stumbling on your heels. Just like 15 more feet away from where Darvin and Malcias were, just laterally along the side. Doesn't knock you down, just pushes you away. Haiti was not a fan of you making them laugh and keeping them on the ground, so he's taking it a little personally. And then Arannis, it's your turn.
All right, I'll ask once again. How is everybody?
Almost dead. 29.
We can go at least one, maybe 2 turns before really needing healing. I've lost 31 and 27.
All right. Darvin, you're probably going to have to use some of your stuff. I'll get around to healing everybody again, I swear. For now, I'm going to try to take out, if I can pronounce his name correctly, AD.
Haiti.
Haiti. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Is that 3 of them?
Yes.
All right. Go for it. Pew, pew, pew.
Okay. The low one is a 25.
Then they will all hit.
And the high one is a crit.
That one will hit doubly so.
Okay. All right. 20 damage.
Ooh. Altogether?
Altogether.
Okay. Very nice. You catch Haiti by surprise, and all 3 of those slam into him. He's not down, but that hurt. Good deal. Okay. Anything else, Arannis?
Nope.
All right. Finnigan, you're 25 feet up in the air. Flying above this battle. What do you want to do?
I'm going to use my wand again.
Ooh. Which one?
This is number 3, so it's going to be a fear ray.
Oh.
She needs to make a DC 16 wisdom save or be frightened for a minute.
Are you still targeting Ksenia then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see. Wisdom. She is less wise than she is dexterous, to be sure. And that 6 on the die confirms it.
She is now under the effect of being afraid or frightened for the next minute. Can repeat the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success.
Okay. Fear. If I remember right, that means she's going to have disadvantage as long as you're within line of sight?
Mm-hmm.
Or frightened. And can't willingly move closer to you. Luckily, you're in the air, so movement-wise, that opens up some options, but disadvantage on everything while you're within line of sight sucks. Nicely done. Anything else, Mr. Finnigan?
Let's see. I just see if I have any. I don't think I have any bonus actions that I can use at this point. So I believe that is the end of my turn.
All right. Well, that would make it Cyril's turn.
And she is going to swing at Malcias again. Okay. 26 on the first swing.
Oh, that'll hit.
And 18 on the second swing.
That one will not hit.
Damn. Well, 6 damage.
Malcias is becoming less pleased with this combat the longer it goes on. Especially since nobody will listen to reason. Just follow the law. That's all. The church law. Just be good little people. No, I shouldn't say that.
No. We don't do theocracy here.
Okay. After Cyril, we've got Troston, who's just going to pick up another book and chuck it at you. No, another book goes sailing wide. The word of Coram, the hymns of Coram are flying before you.
You have my word, sir, that if you do actually hit me again, I will be forced to take action against you. And it will not be good for you.
He's going to, place a hand briefly on Ksenia just to be like, are you okay? Because she's looking a little frightened. And then he's going to turn and he's going to rush up the aisle to where Ananda is. Not necessarily, you don't know if it's to join her or to, like, try to flee with her. It doesn't look like he's trying to run away. Just go where more people are. And then it's Ananda's turn, who is going to try to kick Darvin in the ribs again.
This bitch.
Her scarf is ripped. She can't try to lasso Cyril anymore. But Darvin's on the ground, so... No, that misses again. It's just an 11 versus your AC, Darvin. It's just soft little taps. Boof, boof. Doesn't hurt, but... All right, Darvin, what do you want to do?
First, unprone myself.
All right.
And then second, keep on attacking do.
All right.
First attack with the leg sword. Oof, that is a 19
Yes, that hits, yes.
for 10 damage. Second leg sword. Ooh, for 13.
Nah, that one's not going to hit.
I'm not going to flurry because I feel like I might need to save my key points. Let's throw a punch.
Okay.
Ooh, 29.
Ooh, yeah, that hits.
Ooh, 7 damage.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Dew is looking in pretty bad shape now. As a follower of Corum, does not necessarily fear death. After Darvin, we've got Malcias, who's not willing to give up this fight yet. He will, at this point, call through the church. You hear Malcias call out, "Followers of Corum, your aid is needed. Come and serve Corum dutifully. Those who wish to desecrate our church must be stopped."
And with that, we'll bring this chapter to a close. But the story will always continue. Thanks again to all of our Patreon patrons for your support. If you'd like to become a patron, go to patreon.com/Skyrend Podcast and pick out a level that's right for you. Before we go, I'd like to give special thanks to everyone at the $5 and up tiers. At the $5 City Council level, thank you, Shannon DeMello. At the $10 Mayor level, thank you, Christopher DeMello. At the $15 Governor level, thank you, Phoenix Bryan and Sierra Jones. Thank you for listening to this chapter in Seasons of Skyrend. If you like what you heard, please leave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you find us. If you want to chat, we're on Twitter at Skyrend Podcast. You can join our Discord server, or you can email us at skyrendpodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us online at skyrendpodcast.com. As always, thanks to Daryl Barnes for creating our theme music. You can find them on Twitter at DarylBarnes_. We also want to thank the talented at Gabby_Desu on Twitter for our fantastic podcast art. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next time on Seasons of Skyrend.